Alright, guys, what is up? I am starting the stream early today because right now we might have possible opportunity, so it's worth um, checking it out and seeing if we want to take this or not. But yeah, then I'm gonna go over price section in general. So just hang on while I get everything set up. But yeah, just hang on. Hey, Kirk, you're fast today, bro. So okay, so let me show you guys kind of what I'm thinking and why I think there could be opportunities. So, last night during London, we took out Asia High with Asia SMT. So, this is a um, sequential SMT with Asia, sweep of Asia. That's what we have here. This actually occurs within the new day opening gap. Here, I'm going to get rid of everything for a second. This actually occurs within the new day opening gap. Also, just note how nice of a wick this is. This is giving off data high vibes. I don't know if it was or not. It doesn't really matter because I can just tell it's a good wick. So we have Asia high that got swept really nicely, and I can tell that when by the time we come up here, we're gonna have stopped out this entire consolidation, right? This consolidation, by the time we get up here, we're gonna have stopped all of those guys out. So essentially, what I'm thinking is here. Let me show you guys the full idea. So we got new day opening gap right here, right? Just a thought. I'm not saying this is for sure yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thought right now. But we have new day opening gap. And yeah, I got some more indicators, guys. And my man, I got, I think it was like on Tuesday or Wednesday of last week, I made the Ghost in the Machine indicator, and then I edited someone else's indicator to get 369 candle alert. So basically, the candle turns yellow when it's a 9. And guys, I'm really liking this so far. So we got the NDOG, we got the Asia SMT, Asia sweep. So kind of what I'm thinking today is a line time frame with this NDOG to me is looking like this 15-minute change in state here. And so what I'm wondering is maybe this 15-minute change in state will give us a reaction. It's in premium of this leg lower here. And from a liquidity standpoint, we have this consolidation below. So if the market did want to reject here, well, we have this just massive liquidity pool down here. That would be a drawn liquidity, and this could be decent RR. Because reality is, if this does reject, we're going to go to this liquidity pool, most likely. So, once again, just getting nice work with your indicator. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, the Ghost in the Machine one I coded myself. Well, kinda. I had help from ChatGPT, but you know what I mean. It's still cool that it's my own, you know. And then I have the 369 one as well. But yeah, the reason we're getting on the chart so early is because I do think there could be opportunity, and I really am not going to be afraid to take this. And not necessarily, we need to make sure it's correct and everything lines up, time and price, but as long as it is, I'm going to be open to possibly taking it. I'm going to get Top Step up. And yeah, so once again, what am I thinking here? Well, we got the new day opening gap from however long ago. Let's see. From over here, we're coming up against it, back testing it. We had Asia SMT at the high, Asia sweep. So this is a 6-hour SMT, which means it's a time-based SMT, meaning it's higher probability. So and then Asia sweep. So I'm just getting everything put together here of why I could think that this could be nice. Conceptualize like the specific liquidity of what's going on here, right? We have we have this range here. By the time we get up here, I know that we've stopped out the majority of market participants that went short here. So one thing you could look for here is like maybe like we push up into this, find a low time frame gap, and then look for change in state off of it. You know what I'm saying? We can pull up OTE, see how close we are to OTE. Yeah, so OTE, the 15-minute change in state, right at the sweet spot here. Something to consider, right? So, yeah, 0.705. So maybe what you look for is you just say, okay, I'm anticipating us to come up here. You know, maybe what we want to see is actually just a low time frame change in state out of this. Oh, and I have an SMT indicator now too. So I literally have like, I don't know, I've been getting upgrades. I've been upgrading myself and my indicators. I paid for the SMT one, and I just know that like having it's a good SMT indicator. I just know having a good SMT indicator, it's probably worth the money. But that one I am paying for, and I just decided to pay for one. Oh, actually, I'm not paying for it yet. I'm on the free trial, but I'm liking it so far. So, but yeah, we got this NDOG, we got this Asia SMT. So we're above all the true opens. Once again, we got midnight here, right? We got midnight here. We got 7:30. What is it? This is not 7:30. This is 7:30. We got 7:30 here. We're probably going to need to wait for the true 90-minute open. So 7:52 is going to need to form. 7:58 is going to need to form. So we got some time here, but I do think that we might get a move lower here after, I guess, 8 a.m. So, right, measure this out. So we've already hit 2 projections. So what I'm anticipating is the next move down to 4 projections is kind of what I'm thinking. And then after 4 projections, then 5, then 6, then 7. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I want to get more information though. I'm not really saying one thing for sure needs to happen. We've already hit 2 projections here. And then I want to see maybe 7 projections. So we're going to look at that. Alright, let's clean this up. So this will be a 15-minute breaker. So you could say, oh, or maybe you could say, okay, 5-minute breaker, 5-minute for value gap. Let's see if we get 30-second change in state out of this. You know what I'm saying? That makes time frames aligned. You know what I'm saying? That time frames would be aligned here if that was the case. So let's get rid of 369 and the SMT, and let's just pull up. Let's just frame the model ourselves just for a second. So I want midnight. I just want to show like kind of what I'm thinking, and I'm gonna screenshot this, put it in my journal. Midnight, 7:30. But yeah, there's a reason I'm getting on the charts early, guys. You have to understand the reason I get on the, if I ever get on the charts early like this, it's because I know if there's opportunity now, there's probably not going to be opportunity later. And I've seen this happen too much, where if I don't get on the charts, I'm gonna not get opportunity later, and it's just like, okay, well, I'd rather just get on the charts now. So I am starting the live now, because if there is opportunity, I want to get in on it. So 15-minute change in state here. So we could definitely frame this as a possible sell model. I'd probably want to see a 90-minute SMT or something like that. But we've taken this liquidity here. looks like. I mean, guys, conceptualize this. Are we... Well, I guess we could stop out these guys, maybe. But we're in aggressive displacement right now to the downside on the higher time frame. So, we'll see. We'll see. I could go on the higher time frame in just a second. Hang on. So, yeah, these guys are mostly stopped out now. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up Discord, put this sell model in as an idea, right? Let's get rid of that. Just kind of show this sell model here using a change of state off the end dog. So accumulation, manipulation. You guys see what I'm saying? Accumulation, manipulation. Maybe we form a swing high and then we get an inducement. That would be beautiful. That would be so nice. I mean, it'd be effortless. If something like that occurred, it would be effortless. You know what I'm saying? So that's something we're going to look for. So accumulation, manipulation, coming up to OTE. Let's go ahead and put this in my in my journal. So we might need to come up, hit this at change in state. You never know. You never know. We might need to come up to the rejection block. I don't know that, so I'm gonna be patient. You never know. Sometimes we come up to the rejection block. So maybe the 15-minute rejection block, if there is one. Yeah, we might go up there. These are all things to consider. I'm not necessarily gonna take anything yet. I'm just gonna look at this, frame this idea. We've already used 2 projections, so let's just go ahead and say, look at this sell model. You know what I'm saying? We're just saying, look. Possible sell model, right? We're just observing it, not necessarily taking it. I'm just observing it, and then liquidity pool below. So I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot this. We're gonna put this in both my general channel and also 4-hour 15-minute model. Even though it's an NDOG instead of a 4-hour PD array, still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna put it in here. So I guess if you want to, you could just take this change in state right here. I mean, I could do that. Let's get on the indicators again. It kind of depends what time it happens. Like, we'll see. Yeah, we're getting close to this spot. So yeah, data high got swept there. We'll see. Let's see if this fits in a GB range. It'd be interesting if it does. Just as an interesting idea. You never know. Come on, load. Bro, it literally does. This is like about as perfect as it gets for fitting inside the GB range. So you could definitely just go ahead and enter on that 15-minute change in state and then target the dealing range low. You see what I'm saying? This is fitting in very, very nicely with the GB range. This 0.75 is right within the fair value gap partition. And it's also a 5-minute fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? So it's a 5-minute fair value gap, 5-minute breaker. We might have a Reaper gap up here. It's always an interesting thought. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like on the 30-second or the 15-second. So maybe watch this. Watch this here. This specific. There's a void right here. I mean, there's a void. So watch that specific void. That might be very sensitive, honestly. Like this, it could actually be very, very sensitive. I would not be surprised. So we got that Reaper gap there. Boom, boom. So this will probably, I could see this being the top right there. So what is this? Let's frame this dealing range real quick. It's a 2-4-3. So we can just know that it exists. There's already too much on the chart, honestly. So I think what we'll need to see is just a low time frame sell model. We just got 752. So we just got the 90-minute true open. So everything is lining up very well to possibly come up. Frame a low time frame sell model here. Whoops. Let's get rid of that. Bang. So we could look to use instead of a 15-minute change in state, we could look to say, okay, let's actually use a 5-minute breaker and fair value gap here. Once again, it's in the GB partition. So yeah, let's go ahead and look to do that. Just as an idea, right? So 5-minute breaker, 5-minute fair value gap. Okay, so I'm looking for this low time frame sell model to form within this, and then target high time frame draws and liquidity. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, we're forming a bearish SMT with this high on all these. So now we just tapped OTE. Bearish SMT still forming with this. We don't need these really, because we have the SMT indicator. So let's just zone in on the. Wow, it is nice to have the full size chart. I can't even lie. It is actually pretty nice. That's why an SMT indicator is actually pretty nice, honestly. So, okay, I'm gonna take my AirPods out. So we're above all the true opens, pushing up. I think this Reaper gap could be sensitive. I could just full port the Reaper gap on the leap, or I could just full port the Reaper account short now, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I don't have time to figure out the exact entry on the leap. So I'm gonna do that. This is just on the leap, and I'm gonna get rid of it because I don't have time to figure out like the exact stuff with the leap, and then I'll target the liquidity pool. So if this hits, that'll be nice. But okay, that's just on the leap. That's not my real trade. Does that make sense? That's just because I don't want to have to try and execute on that at the same time. So, okay. So this is exactly what I wanted to see. Now, there's definitely a possibility that you can see this GB range here. Seems like we have not came up to the rejection block yet, which makes me think we might need to go up to the rejection block. You get what I'm saying? We haven't came up to that rejection block yet. So it might mean needing to come up to this 1 hour rejection block. I mean, I guess there's not even that much of a 1 hour rejection block, is there? It's not really there. So there's a 15-minute one. So there's a 15-minute. So we might need to come up to that 15-minute one. So watch this 15-minute rejection block. So we're digging up into this 5-minute breaker here. We could just go lower here. If we go lower, I'll look for a 30-second change of state off of this, and I will actually take that. Instead of just saying it, I'm going to actually take it. Because we are filling this fair value gap partition. So 5-minute breaker, let's see where the 5-minute fair value gap is. 5-minute breaker, here's the 5-minute fair value gap. So 5-minute fair value gap above all the true opens at 0.75. Once again, tapping that Reaper void that I talked about. So, okay. So now I'm going to drop down to the 30-second, and so here's the 5-minute breaker, here's the 5-minute fair value gap, here's that void I mentioned. This could be the top, very well possibly could be the top. So we just got a little tiny bearish SMT there. Alright. Let's try and clean this up a little bit. Whoops. I'm just trying to make this not look so ugly. So we're above all the true opens. Okay. We're at 0.7. We're at this higher time frame OT. So I'm expecting us to go lower here shortly. We have relatively equal lows here. LRLR all through here. Now I'm just kind of waiting for this sell model to actually form itself, honestly. Waiting for something obvious, really, is what I'm doing. And I have the Dodgy indicator, I got the SMT indicator, got my true open indicator. I really would not prefer to take anything yet, because issue is we have not shown signs of a sell side of the curve yet. So even if this could very well be a market maker buy model up to this high, and I could be so wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was this? So this is a 90-minute SMT. So like I said, this is very possible that this is a buy model up to this high. For all I know. I don't know. That's why I'm chilling. That's why I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the market to show me its hand, and then we go from there. So we might go lower. What I would like to see is maybe like come down, up, true obvious manipulation, and then we get our entry. You know what I'm saying? So okay, I'm trying to think. What accounts do I normally trade on? I trade on Top Step. Let me see if I have the account set up on this. Yeah, we're just watching and waiting right now. We'll see. Maybe get something. But right now we're just watching. I might need to clean up the chart a little bit, guys. Like for instance, I know we're at OTE. I don't need this. I know I'm above all the true opens. I don't need these. I know I'm at OTE. Yeah, we got to clean up the chart a little bit here. I know I'm in a breaker for value gap. I know it's a sell model. I know there's manipulation. Yeah, we already charted everything, so I can get rid of all this now. So I'm kind of just waiting for something obvious here. Alright, so I'm basically just going to be trading on Top Step today, if I get anything. So we might need to come up to the higher time frame, the higher change in state, which would be up here. We're filling this, essentially this void, right? This is a giant void that's getting filled. I think this rejection block could end up rejecting price as well. Why else would this reject price? Because there's a new day opening gap here, so we might use this again. We might end up using it again. Is there equal highs? Oh, there is equal highs there. Hey, what up, Mayank? I think that there will be opportunity in some form. That's why I'm on the charts early today, because I do think there will be opportunity in some form. It's just the market's just giving those vibes right now, because price action looks clean, it's moving, and I think there will be something. So I'm on the charts early just in case, because I know if we get something, that will often mean later on we don't get something else. And I know from market experience that sucks to sit in New York price action knowing we got the trade in pre-New York, or like I like to call it Atlantic session because it's like the Atlantic Ocean, but like but for real, like it can suck a lot to know, oh yeah, we got a trade in this pre-New York window. So I'm just basically just saying, hey, I'm gonna be on the charts just in case. I kind of see this maybe as a sell model, but the market needs to show itself as a sell model. I'm not really looking for anything unless it obviously becomes a sell model. Does that make sense? I think eventually we will go back lower because there's no more liquidity to the upside. I mean, I'm going to get rid of everything for a second. I mean, let me look. Actually, we should have probably started out on the higher time frame now that I think about it. Hey, we did get this DD inversion here to the upside this 1 hour. Something to consider. Maybe it does want to draw up higher. Okay. So maybe I should actually have started out on the higher time frame. So, hey, but this one inverts the downside on the 6 hour. And it's kind of nice. I switched it so it's only showing the most recent dodgy inversion, which is, I like that way better. Dang, bro, there was a daily DD, so you can see that was that's affecting price to go lower. Like I said, on the higher time frame, I could see us drawing to this LRLR here. So I'm gonna put this in my like weekly chart. What is it? No, this is daily chart. Let's go ahead and put this in monthly, daily. Then again, do we have S&T with those with the lows there? That's what I'm curious about. So there's no S&T. Taking any trades? Not yet. Not yet. But I do think there could be something earlier this morning, which is why I'm on the charts earlier, because I think there could be. I guess it's valuable to note that there is bullish S&T here with YM. My S&T indicator is not showing it, but there is. So you could definitely, I guess, make the argument that we need to come back up after we came into this weekly gap. But I was kind of thinking right off the bat that maybe we go lower, but I should have probably started on the higher time frame. Yeah, because we do fill this weekly gap. Okay, I'm trying to basically be unbiased because I probably should have started out on the higher time frame. So this is why we always get on the charts and then so yeah, when we look at it like this, we swept out a key drawn liquidity, this data low. So this was a weekly gap. I'm trying to be unbiased here. But it is possible, guys, right? It's possible that even if this was a buy model, we could go drop down. But I don't know, guys. I think there's also good liquidity here. Just trying to keep my options open. Wow, these guys are getting stopped out pretty clearly. So 1 hour DD inversion to the upside. I don't know, guys. I kind of like my initial idea still. Because let's just watch and see what happens when we get to this rejection block. Then again, let's see if we've kind of hit premium of this price like or not. I don't know. I'm just gathering ideas here, but I think there will be opportunity. Did you take any trades? Not yet. Not yet. We're just kind of gathering information. I do think there will be opportunity, but we're gathering more information. We actually did not rebalance to premium. That's actually probably why the market needs to come back up now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, that is why. So there's a 4 hour breaker. So I'm gonna watch this. Whoops. this imbalance here. We're actually coming up pretty close to this. So even if the market does continue higher in the short term, we could definitely reject this imbalance because it would be rebalancing to premium when this high did not get rebalanced. So something to consider. It's a almost known as Monday. I don't expect good price action this week. Except on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Right now seems fine, dude. I just focus on the now, and right now I can see the market's moving clean. So I'm curious. Maybe we sweep this high into this imbalance, and then maybe we could get this SMT to hold, and then we'll have an SMT. Ooh, maybe there'd be SMT with previous day's high. I don't know, just thinking here, but I think there could be opportunity. I don't know, just thinking. It's also possible that we still reject this initial new day opening gap. Remember what I was saying, right? That we have the new day opening gap here, and that this rejection block, maybe this rejects. Just kind of thinking. It'd be crazy if this ended up being a Phoenix. Like, I kind of think we're drawn to this high because we did not rebalance the premium of that range. So I don't think this will. I don't think this will hold. But it would if it. What I'm saying is, if it did hold, that'd be crazy. But I don't think it will because I think we need to rebalance the premium. Even if price is good, we may expect it to draw towards weekly lows. I don't know what to say to that. Like, yeah, so that would mean that we'd be good to trade. So watching this NDOG. Ooh, you know what? I like this, and yeah, I like this imbalance here. I don't know. We're just kind of gathering our thoughts once again. No rush, just gathering our thoughts here. It's a 15-minute imbalance, Reaper imbalance here. No rush at all. So clearly this is ending up being a buy model. We had S&T at the lows there. Turn off all alarms. Alright. Once again, I'm just here showing up if we get something. Because if there is something this early in the morning, I want to be there for it. Does that make sense? That's why. So we do have previous day's high. Let's just pull up S&P then. We'll just look at S&P. So maybe we do end up getting this previous day high S&P. But then again, guys, we do have S&T with this low, which is data low and previous month's low. Maybe that's stronger. Maybe it is stronger actually. Because this is a previous month's low S&T. And it is a data low. And theoretically, we could go run up to these highs. I don't know. Just keeping my options open. This 1 hour did inverse to the upside. We did utilize this 1 hour gap here. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna wait for something obvious, like I always say. The market's gonna show us the trades, not the other way around. But the other thing I was gonna say, the reason I do kind of want to be bearish is because we are above all the true opens. We are, except for true week open. We're not above true week open. Of previous week, which means it's not really actually that relevant, honestly. Yeah, I think we'll keep our initial bias actually, because we are above all true opens. I think the easiest way to get bias, guys, is literally true opens. You just have this indicator on your chart, and it's gonna tell you kind of exactly what you're looking for here. 15-minute rejection block. Watching this. It's a 1 hour rejection block as well. What's your weekly bias? It's a great question. Yeah, like I was saying, we should probably start out on the weekly. So there is an SMT with this low right here. So we might get a retrace and then eventually maybe take out these lows, but I don't know when. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess we did sweep this data low, which is previous month's low, and then we got previous month's low SMT. So, okay, that actually might be most important now that I'm thinking about it. Let's actually start there. Previous month's low sweep. I gotta be objective. I can't hold on to my little. But then again, I could see us getting a retrace. Like, let's say, if it's Monday, we might need to perform low of the week and then continue higher. Oh my gosh, where is the previous month's low sweep? So it is something to consider that it's occurring. Like, I'm not just gonna ignore it, right? It's definitely occurring. And it's occurring within this imbalance. This might be a monthly imbalance, actually. Nope, it is not. It is not a monthly imbalance. It's a weekly imbalance. Okay, so I will put this in as just like a... So we might come back up from a high time frame perspective, but that's only because we swept the data low and we're reacting off of it. Like, because we're obviously generating low resistance liquidity to the upside for whenever we do go back up. I don't know when. Yeah. So this is a weekly 4 hour. Okay, back to pulling up the indicator. Yeah, we did get this 1 hour dodgy inversion to the upside. I'm not just gonna ignore that. We obviously swept out midnight. We obviously I'm trying to think. We obviously swept out. We took midnight. We manipulated midnight. Now we are reversing lower off of, what did I say? What did I say? The 15-minute rejection. Well, actually, we did not hit that yet. But new day opening gap is rejecting price here. So you could take a low time from scalp off the new day opening gap. It's not a bad idea. But I don't know if that's what I want to do. Like, if I'm not sure, then I'm probably not going to do it. Because as far as I know, this could be AMD to the upside. This is also 130 was manipulated. When you look at it like this, 130 was manipulated. Oh yeah, when you look at it like that, 322 was manipulated. There's a true open that's in the fourth quarter. Yeah, when you look at it like that. Okay, actually, I was wrong. This was the manipulation. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Okay. So it's actually AMD to the upside. I'm pretty sure now. Well, I was wrong. Because the higher time frame is bullish because the previous month's low SMT. Okay. So, okay. And we inverse this 1 hour gap. Here's midnight. And then 130 got manipulated as well. So, actually my bias was probably offside. Okay, now I'm starting to see it. So it's looking like this was a buy model actually. I'm not going to go lower than the 90-minute true open. I mean, it's just not really relevant. Then we had a 90-minute SMT at the lows. Okay, I see it now. So I was offside. I'm pretty sure. So maybe we come back down. We need to manipulate 730, but I guess my bias was offside. Okay. Well, we're just watching and waiting and seeing if we like anything, so it's all good. Man, this trade was nice during London. I was actually awake, but I wasn't watching the chart. Lame. So, okay. This was a buy model, clearly. I was wrong. This was definitely a buy model. I'm able to see what happened in hindsight. It's so much harder to catch it live. So I guess we're drawing up to a previous day's high. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot this, put it in what is this, on the 5-minute? So I'm gonna put this in 5-minute models. Hey, we just keep getting better. We just keep getting better. One hour, 5-minute models. So bang. So we are back testing this end dog. Maybe it's being utilized as a 30-second change in state up off of it to the upside. Hey, this might not be bad, right? Now that we got the higher time frame framed. Wait, is this worth trying, guys? Maybe. Yeah, we hit OT. 1, 2 projections. So I'm anticipating 4 projections. So, okay, I actually don't mind this. Guys, if we retest the change in state on this retest of this end dog, I'm gonna actually go ahead and go long. Just worth a try. Sometimes you gotta execute. It's just a matter of sometimes you gotta execute, right? We've framed this model now. Now I want to actually see this 30-second change in state get tapped. We'll induce this low, and this is very straightforward actually. So yeah, I want to see us induce this low into this change in state, stop at the low of the end dog, and we'll take this up 4. So what is this? Okay, I'm gonna try this. So like this on the retest of 24,544. I don't see it. Uh-oh. Okay, hang on. Oh, come on. Let's retest this. Come on. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Maybe we have to come to OTE. Who knows? Alright. Taking this up 4 projections in line with the higher time frame model. 4th standard deviation lines up with the 4th standard deviation of the higher time frame. So this is a pretty simple trade, but I think it's correct. The inducement of a low. No, come on, man. Alright, I got filled. So I'm gonna set TP at 24,614. And I'll go break even if we can hit this high. It's in line with the higher time frame DD inversion, so that's something to consider. Yeah, but I see this as a buy model from the lows here, so I think we should go 4 projections. So I have a low time frame model framed here within the high time frame model. So it's kind of like a second stage distribution kind of thing that I'm anticipating. That's why. So we do end up tapping OTE. Alright. I will go break even fairly soon. If we can break this high, I'll go break even because I don't want to come back, honestly. At this point, I don't want to come back. But it's because of higher time frame bias is why I just see this as a expansion to the upside. I think we never actually rebalanced premium of this price leg to the downside, so I see this as a buy model to the upside. I could be wrong. I don't know. This is a trade where you get away with probably trailing and letting it run to 7, but I don't know. I'm just trying my best. We'll see. We'll see. Well, maybe it gets stopped here. We'll see. So then I'll tape read the rest of the day, so I don't care. Well, I guess we're going against the DD inversion to the downside on the 1 minute. So, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta try stuff, guys. So if anything fails, it fails. So much else to say. And then I'm trying my best. So I will go break even here relatively soon, but I would like us to maybe, I don't know, at least hit one projection. I guess we have a bearish S&T with this high. That's not a super great sign. That's not a super great sign. That's not a super great sign. I might actually cut it. Yeah. I didn't see. Now we have a bearish S&T with this high. Okay. I'm cutting it because we got a bearish S&T with that high. Alright, I'm going to go on a 2-minute walk. If this plays out, then... Bro, I'm just stupid. You know what might actually play out, though? What actually is a more likely chance? This rejection block. You know what? Okay. I probably shouldn't. I wasn't supposed to cut it early. Now that I think about it. Alright, I'm gonna go on a 2-minute walk. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. This rejection block actually, I really like it. I'm going to use the rest of the stop loss on this rejection block. I know I'm not really supposed to do that, but... Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to go on a 2-minute walk first. I'm trying my best. I maybe should not have... Yeah. Maybe should not have closed it because it was not invalidated, but... I don't know. It's a lesson for my journal, I think. I'm going to go on a 2-minute walk. Okay, I thought about it. Whoops. I thought about it, and I will give myself one more full-sized opportunity. Yeah, I'm going to give myself one more full-sized opportunity because this week is a different kind of week. We're not going to get trading on Thursday and Friday, which means kind of expecting today to give opportunities. So I'm gonna give myself one more opportunity, and I recognize that trade was probably in extreme premium. So yeah, I will give myself one more opportunity, guys. It was like a like 1/3 loss. This is just normal. It's just gonna happen. I maybe was a little too aggressive. We were in premium, so I'm just gonna accept that, and I will give myself one more full-sized opportunity. So. Well, I'm liking price action right now, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Okay. Alright. So we can see a good price action today. Yeah. So, alright, so I maybe should have trusted the idea that we were above all the true opens. Alright, so I reset all the new daily loss limits. So, alright. So now we are rejecting this new day opening gap once again. And I was right to be wary of this SMT we got because, well, it is a very nice SMT. I feel like the strongest trades will usually have a SMT a very recent SMT, if that makes sense. The best trades will have a very recent SMT. That's why I think having this SMT indicator is very important, actually. I think it's very important to have this SMT indicator. So it's possible that we could still use this NDOG to the upside. I could see it. Like, this is very, very possible. Like, guys, just understand this is very possible that we got SMT here. So what does that mean? Well, that means on S&P that we use the rejection block. So let's go over to the S&P. You can see on the S&P we've probably used the 1 minute rejection block. So as I always say, we go from, yeah, look at this. We go from the rejection block. So here's the rejection block. We go from the rejection block. There's the rejection block. We use the rejection block. So this was Phoenix at the bottom. So this is, every market maker model is going to have the following. It's going to go from the rejection block to the fair value gap, which is the 2022 model, to the breaker. So 1 minute rejection block, you can see that was the low perfectly. So 1 minute rejection block, we break structure, then we have the fair value gap after breaking structure. So we go from the rejection block to the fair value gap. So now we have to find the breaker. So where's going to be the breaker? Where's the most obvious breaker? Anyway, this is definitely the rejection block. So rejection block. You guys see what I'm saying? We go from the rejection block to the fair value gap. Now we're going to come to the breaker. We're forming a bullish SMT. I still see this as a probable buy model because, well, this was low. This was the low. We manipulated all the true opens with, yeah, SMT, 90-minute SMT. Then again, I guess this was a bearish SMT with London high, huh? So you could definitely make that argument. Maybe wait for 9:30 bell ring. Price will show its color. It's not a bad idea. Alright, I'm gonna chill. I really do wanna. Sometimes you really just wanna see a super recent SMT with a manipulation of true open, and then the entry will just show itself, you know? So yeah, I guess we'll just be patient. Man. So we are getting this bearish break of structure for value gap. We might expand lower off of this. I don't know, just thinking. Just thinking. But yeah, you see what I mean when I say one asset will sweep the rejection block, one asset will hold the rejection block. This is Dark Phoenix. This is regular Phoenix. You get what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that it's easy to catch. It is very much not. Okay, my charts are too messy again. My charts are too messy. Let's get rid of everything that is not. So all the true opens that are not the current ones, let's get rid of. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. So we're above all the current true opens. Like midnight, 7:30, 7:52, and then this thing got manipulated there. This is a London SMT to the downside. 6-hour London SMT bearish. So we did just get this 5-minute inversion. Maybe the Dodge indicator will alert this. The Dodge indicator is alerting this. The Dodge indicator is alerting this, guys. This is not bad at all because we have the SMT off the NDOG. So we might get a sell model off of this. So we might actually go lower. Like this. This actually is not bad at all. I mean, theoretically, we could go down to that consolidation. I think this is worth taking. I think this is worth taking. Dude, as I say that, it's going lower. Oh my. Heck. I was gonna take it. I was literally gonna take it. We're at a 369 candle. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm not taking it. I was about to take it. I was about to. Hey, we got the 15-minute one that hasn't closed yet. The 15-minute one hasn't closed yet. So this is nice as well. Maybe even nicer. You could definitely make the case this is even nicer. I'm not even gonna lie. Are we going market open? Not yet. I think this is even nicer. So we definitely had Phoenix at that high. So I will take this if we get it, and I will do a market sell, and I will take this as an inversion. You could maybe even go for a Jan entry on this. But I'm gonna go on the market close because in case we just go lower. Now, I don't want to see us go too low because I need to get this entry. So this is gonna be 0.4, so it's gonna be 6 for me. So I'll do 6, and we're delivering from an NDOG with SSMT. We got London SSMT here. And then we got a consolidation below. So even with this previous month's low SMT, that doesn't mean we can't go purge this consolidation in the short term. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Like, we could still get this retracement to go purge this consolidation while having a previous month's low SMT. So I'm not afraid of this, really. We're above all the true opens anyway, so I think this will be a nice liquidity pool. This is worth taking, and then if this doesn't hit, then I will be done for the day. If this is a loss, but I'm gonna go all off there. Wow, that's really nice RR actually. That's really, really nice. This will make up for a lot of losses, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this if we get it, and I will take it on the leap as well. I'm gonna go ahead and enter on the leap right now because I'm not gonna be able to enter it on both at the same time. So we got 7 seconds. I'm gonna click sell in 3, 2, 1, sell. Alright, I clicked sell. So I am gonna take this. Did the dodge indicator go off? So I don't see the dodgy indicator going off. I don't know why. I really don't know why, actually. Why didn't the dodgy indicator go off? Yeah, the 1 hour closed with this wick of the high. Alright, this is worth taking. I'm just going to go ahead and take this, play the odds, not really care what happens. So, we'll see. Now, why did the dodge indicator not go off here? That's what I don't get. Why didn't the dodge indicator go off? It's a 15-minute IPG. So, dodge indicator, hello, why aren't you going off? Maybe it's saying we didn't inverse it, but I would definitely make the case that we did. So I don't know, but we definitely inversed it. So well, oh, I see. It's saying that we didn't, but we inversed this. We inversed the upper gap. So I think I would count this. So I guess it's saying technically we didn't, because we didn't close below this lower wick. I mean, I'm not gonna be that picky. I think I would count this with the SMT off the end dog. I would count this. I'm not that picky, honestly. I think we'll get the. Yeah, I'm gonna take this inversion here. So I'm basically taking it like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the stop loss, obviously. Alright, so we might be getting the Jan entry, but we're delivering off the end dog with SMT. Seems pretty strong to me. I don't know, guys. If it fails, it fails. I'm just trying my best. I think sometimes trades are just gonna fail, and sometimes you just gotta try stuff. So yeah, if it fails, I will be done for the day. I think this is a fine trade. We got SMT delivery from the end dog. Why short? Because we got SMT with London high, and that's a 6-hour SMT, and so I'm anticipating us to go back to the old SMT, the low. We rejected the end dog, but as far as I know, I could be wrong. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I'm trading like crap nowadays, so. But we're above all. Another big reason why. A short from the top. Short from the top. I don't understand what you mean. Short from the top? Anyway, we're rejecting this end dog. We rejected the rejection block. And we're above all the true opens. That was a big reason for why I liked it. We're above all the true opens. We got SSNT with the end dog. I don't know. Just try my best, I guess. And if it fails, then I'm a human being. I don't know. Hopefully it hits. If it hits, I will... Yeah. Finally be up a big trade, which would be nice. Yeah, we're above midnight. We're above 7:30. We were above 7:52. So yeah. Sometimes you just try stuff just to try. I mean, yeah. What up, F.A.? And if this doesn't hit, then I will be done. I don't even care, man. I'm trying my best. So it seems like we're delivering from a phoenix, I would say. Right? Gotta sweep a London high. One minute change of state delivery could be our line of defense here. With this being a 2022 gap. We're above all the true opens. Yeah, this seems incredibly clean. Like the fact we got the 905, like 22-minute true open, tap the low of the end dog into this Fervai gap. We might need to come up and hit it again, but that seems nice. Okay, let's get the indicators back up. Where's my SMT one? Oh my gosh. I accidentally got rid of it. Oh, you can't see my screen. mean, we're above all the true opens. And we're getting an SMT with this high. So now 1 minute change in state here with an SMT. Hey, what up, Miriax? How are you, man? I'm about to get stopped, but this could hold. 1 minute change state off the end dog. Depends, just depends. I think if it's a buy model, then I will get cooked. So yeah, this, once again, I took the inversion to the downside. This SMT, it kind of needs to hold right now. Otherwise, this is just, I'm done. I'm cooked. Alright, I'm cooked. I don't know, man. I guess a big issue was that we didn't inverse that lower gap when we inversed this. So, I'm about to give, I don't know how I haven't got stopped out yet. Alright, I got stopped out. Alright. So, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I'm used to it, honestly, if anything. But I tried. We had a London SMT. We delivered from an N-Dog. The initial idea of this buy model that was, I guess this buy model was playing out. So, yeah. It's whatever, guys. I'm going to keep watching price action the rest of the day. I think the big thing is recency of an SMT, and then true open taken, and then delivery. So, yeah. So I think let's clean up the chart here. So, nah, it's this is normal for me. Like, I lose all the time, but I'm okay with it, man. It's just, I mean, it's just a matter of converting my back testing to live. So I think it was just a buy model. I think this is a pretty obvious buy model when you look at it. I maybe put a little much too much faith in this in the indicator when I shouldn't have. I honestly shouldn't have. I just saw, oh wow, we have SMT delivered from an N-Dog with the indicator going off. So I was like, okay. But I think I put a little too much weight into it. So anyway, I followed my rules, tried my best, and now I'm done. So I'm going to close out of Top Step. I'm going to close out of Tradevate. Yeah, I really don't care. I'm actually really used to it at this point. So, like, I'm very much used to it. I'm just here to show up and try my best. There's not much else to do. We ended up, let's clean up the chart a little bit. So we ended up, let's turn off the dodgy indicator. I don't really want it right now. I'm just gonna be commentating like as if I'm watching a football game because yeah. Oops. And I can take trades on the leap still, so I'm my leap account's getting cooked. Yeah, I'm losing money on the leap. So, yeah, I'm just at this point I'm just gonna be commentating like a football game, like just basically saying like here's what's happening, here's kind of what I think's going on. So, right now seems like we're in second stage distribution, meaning we had first of all we go from the rejection block. Here, let's actually look at this on the 5 minute, and I'll show you guys. So we go from here's the rejection block of the buy model. Right? So we go from the rejection block to the for VIGAP. To the breaker. You're looking for buys. Nice, bro. So let's go on the 3 minute. No, actually, let's keep on the 5 minute. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense, honestly. We go from the, as always, as it always is, we go from the rejection block, we get 90-minute SMT at the low, to the fair value gap, to the breaker. Would not be surprised if this fits in with a gold block range. I could look at it. But in hindsight, this actually makes a lot of sense, and it is what it is. Let's turn off 369. I don't really want that on my chart right now. Yeah, we go from the rejection block, souping out the low, to the fair value gap, to the breaker. All on the 5 minute chart. So it's a nice buy model with 90-minute SMT. Now we are getting a new bearish SMT here. Let's see if this fits in with any GB range or anything like that. This could be the high. We got a SMT with the London high with the extension, and now we have a 90-minute SMT. Yeah, guys, so I might try this on the leap where I think, dude, this 1 minute inversion could be the high. I'm gonna try this on the leap. There's no reason not to try this 1 minute inversion. We got stacked SMTs with the high of the dealing range. I will try this on the leap. Okay. This is, yeah. Once again, with the leap, the goal really is kind of just give yourself as many tight stop loss type of trades as you can, because it doesn't matter. Because if it's a tight stop, you just basically try and give yourself opportunities with the leap. So that's kind of what I'm doing with the leap, at least. But yeah, it could, I mean, it could be the high, but yeah, right now I'm just tape reading because I took a loss. So, but you can see that this was a buy model where we went from the rejection block with SMT, meaning on ES we had a Phoenix model. On this asset we had a sweep of the rejection block, meaning dark Phoenix, right? So from the rejection block to the fair value gap to the breaker. And actually, when you look at it like that, I really don't think this is probably gonna hold. This is probably gonna keep going higher, actually. So yeah, we go from the rejection block to the fair value gap to the breaker. Accumulation, fill of this void. We actually didn't fill it all the way. Now, could this still play out? Maybe it hasn't got stopped out yet, but I don't know. We out here trying our best. I think, guys, you just have to be completely content with losing and accepting it. And just following your rules. I think there's really no other way to progress in the trading world other than following your rules and taking trades that you like and accepting losses. I really think, like, trying to outsmart it by letting yourself take another trade or whatever, even if you feel like it's right in the moment, that doesn't mean that it's right. And I do think that's going to be the case in the long run. So, how can you short after these kind of how can you short after these kind of drops on NQ kind of discount? Because that's the exact reason. Because we're in a downtrend. But I get what you're saying. Hey, what up? Is that Javier? Everyone's got different names. I can't even tell who's who. But I'm pretty sure that's Javier. What up? Good morning, bro. So yeah, this seems like a buy model where we had accumulation. So it could turn into a sell model. I'm not saying it can't. We're definitely getting SMT. We're into the high of the dealing range. Leaning longs. Nice. Yeah, because one thing to note, guys. Well, I am basically just tape reading at this point. I'm done. I took a loss, so we just got to keep moving. But one thing to note is we have not rebalanced the premium, so I don't think this has been efficiently delivered. So I think we got to rebalance the premium here. He loves tariffs. I don't consider downtrend. Is that FA? Effect? Are you FA? So yeah, we'll probably continue higher then. I'm just here to show up, guys. I'm just here to show up. If I turn this up a dealing range, this might actually fit perfectly. Bro, what? I turned it up and it went down. Oh, okay. It's FA. Makes sense. Bro, needs to stop moving. Oh my gosh, just stay still. Chill. No, bro. Can it just not move for a second? Okay. So, yeah, we swept liquidity here. For value at partition, not really used. So you guys don't think it'll go lower? I mean, so far, well, we are above all the true opens. So that was a big reason why I wanted to short, was because we're above all the true opens. So that 1 minute inversion, I actually did not get stopped out, looks like, on the lead. So now this is up 1 hour. Could this end up playing out? Be crazy, but it's possible, right? Imagine if this plays out, because we got stacked SMTs at the high of the dealing range, above all the true opens. So if this plays out, this will be at probably like 15R. And I could target this consolidation here too if I want to. I might, but guys, it might just be bullish. I don't know why my account switched. I mean, I don't care. Yeah, so guys, I am just tape reading right now. I'm not really looking for anything specific other than just seeing what is occurring. I'm just an observer of the market right now. So what does this mean with these SMTs? It means that we might be holding a Phoenix on the S&P 500. So let's go ahead and look. So it's saying, oh, this must be with YM. So it looks like YM is the one we're getting S&T with. And so then if we go to the 15 minute, you also think we're bullish? Yeah, I want everyone's opinions, guys. I want everyone's opinions. Let me know what you guys are thinking. So we do have these stacked SMTs. We still have this N-Dog that we're interacting with. We're getting stacked SMTs. We swept liquidity pretty significantly into the N-Dog. I mean, guys, I could see us being bearish. We got London SMT, engineered buy side liquidity. I think there's more sell side, honestly. I think this is low resistance. That's funny. Guys, we're above all the true opens. Personally, if I had to pick a side, I'm bearish. But I need to see us inverse this gap and then have these SSMTs hold. We have the end dog. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Once again, end dog with stacked SMTs. I'll show you guys. That's just personally what I'm thinking. It's good for us to all have different opinions because it means that yeah, we're disagreeing with each other, which is good. So there's the new day opening gap. Now we are forming a bullish SMT with that. I don't know if that's even a low, honestly. It's barely a low. So this is pretty sure this is 90-minute SMT. This is 6 hour. Guys, I'm bearish. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it straight. I'm bearish because we got stacked sequential SMTs with this end dog. I'm going to be bearish. Because we do got these stacked SMTs. So London SMT. And then 90-minute SMT. Are you in a trade? I'm gonna trade on the leap, but I'm just tape reading. I can't take any more trades because I took that loss. I probably should have been more patient, but you guys, it's just hard. It's hard. Obviously, I'm trying my best. So we got London SMT, and then we got 90-minute SMT. So you guys see what I'm saying? We're above all the true opens. So far on the leap, I am up probably like 2 or 3 R. But once again, it's not like it matters really because it was only a 200 stop loss, and it's like that's, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's not even like if I'm risking $1,000 on a normal stop loss on the leap, then it's not even that impressive or it's not that good comparatively. I don't know if that made any sense. Maybe it didn't. It's fine. But you guys are bullish. It's important to be thoughtful and say maybe market is bullish. I'm gonna keep open mind, but we'll see. Cause this is a five. You know what? You guys have a good point because this is a 5-minute breaker, and then right, and then we got 30-second change in state here. Oh yeah. Yeah, this looks real nice, guys. And it'll be below the true opens as well. What do you guys think about this? This actually looks even better. Let's close the leap thingy. I actually think this is more likely to hold. So I'm gonna close the leap thing. And then I think this 30-second change in state will go up here. Well, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now we had accumulation. So when you frame it in the higher time frame model, OTE, yeah, very possibly. Definitely trying to keep an open mind. You know what I'm saying? We're getting below these low time frame true opens. And we're getting a bullish SMT here. So won't this be a 22-minute SMT or something like that? Yeah, this will be a 22-minute SMT. So maybe we get Magneto affected to reject these SMTs. Honestly. All right, let's try this on the leap then. And whoops. I guess stop loss there. You're up 8K. Dang, bro. Doing pretty good. So I will try this on the leap. I can't take any more trades on personal. They're not personal on Top Step. I'm literally locked out now, so. Bullish. Latnik Trump is considering the possibility of selling advanced NVIDIA chips to China. Dang. Okay, so yeah, this is playing out here. Once again, we were within this higher time frame model, clearly, where we went from the rejection block to the fair value gap to the breaker. Ooh, dang, bro. Dang, we actually called this right. So far. But we manipulated both the true opens. We had this 22-minute S&T. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. The market might humble us real quick. This is on the leap anyway, so it's like, eh. Hey, I like the leap because I get unlimited practice with no real risk, which is kind of cool. So I want to measure out 4 projections, maybe 7 projections, you know. Is this a real account? Nah, bro. Unfortunately not. It's just a leap. But, dude, sometimes I trade better on the fake accounts. I don't know why. I guess it's just because it's emotionless. So, okay. So, bang. We were right about this. That's pretty cool. So far, we're right about this. So, why did I like this? Because Magneto effect back up to the high. Obviously, we went from the rejection block to the fair value gap to the breaker. So, I'm honestly projecting out. I would say we should go 4 standard deviations up from this. 22-minute S&T. Yeah, you guys were right to be bullish. Good job so far. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Market could humble me. So I'm still looking for this 22-minute S&T. Where is it? That should be at the top, actually. Alright. So this is why the S&T indicator is nice. If you can get in on that most recent S&T, you're gonna cook. So I want to see us come up 4 projections, maybe 7 projections. So far we're at 3 projections. Yeah, we called this one. We called this. This is 9:30. The market opened, so we called this here. Dang, man. We actually caught this trade really nicely. Bro, why not take this with the funded? Because I'm locked out because I took a loss, so. So let's target 7 projections actually, because I think we got pretty nice displacement. Let's target 7 projections. Or maybe let's just trail and see how far it goes, honestly. Because I do think that we could just continue higher here. We could go 8 projections for all I know. We could go 16 projections. Obviously, people are thinking the S&Ts are gonna hold price down, but the problem is we had Magneto effect with this 22-minute S&T. You know, we are within this 4 to 5 projections, so it might be smart to just take profit here. It's probably smart to do that. Should I take profit? Hey, I mean, this is perfectly fine of a trade. Let's just exit. So I did just exit there. So we caught this trade. Just to say that we caught it, honestly, because there's no reason to be greedy. But man, that was That was a nice trade. Once again, for some reason, I just trade so much better when it's not real. I don't know why. That would be 6R if you took this correctly. So, I don't know, guys. I'm a human being. I know I'm a good trader. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I'm not perfect. So, yeah. But I did catch this 6R on paper. So, that's pretty cool. So, obviously, I could have held to the 7th, and it would still be going up here. But, you know, just wanted to claim the dub, in all honesty. I mean, we got stacked S&Ts with this high, with this high, with this high. Who knows when they actually end up holding. I took longs a little earlier. Nice. Yeah, you guys can see why I liked this, right? So I would say we will probably go up to 4 projections from this here. So, bang. Well, now we're at 8 projections of this order block. So 8 projections, but from here we're at like 4 or 5 projections. So yeah, nice little 6R there. Unfortunately, I'm a human being and I do stupid things on my real accounts, but I caught that on the Leap, so I guess that's pretty cool. But anyway, dude, I could have just trailed. I really could have. And maybe, honestly, guys, I probably should have just. This is a situation where it would have been worth it to trail. 50K? Oh, you're asking FAV's up 50. Yeah, because he said 50. Like. Oh my gosh. I forgot to put the thumbnail for the live stream, bro. Oh, I forgot to put the thumbnail. Yeah, it's whatever. Dude, I look so bad in the thumbnail. Why do I look so bad? Oh, whatever. Appreciate it, BLJ. No, we just keep moving. We just keep moving. I like I think I'm gonna move slowly towards trying to take 2 trades in New York. Because what I do is I have 2 bullets per day. Meaning, if I take a win or break even, I get the bullet back. If it's a loss, then I lose a bullet, and I get 1 bullet starting at Asia session start, and then 1 bullet starting at New York session start, and both last the entire day unless I take a loss. So hopefully that made sense. So I can take 2 trades in New York if I don't take a trade in Asia or London. Anyway, nice little 8R there if you would have held it. How's your live account, Drake? You guys saw how I've been trading. So I was taking the trades on the live account, and it's doing the same as the trades on the Top Step. So yeah, it's a process. One day at a time. I don't care. I'm just here. I'm just showing up. I'm gonna go on a walk here. Hey, we're getting a retracement. Well, the cool thing is we did observe that 8R trade. Like, objectively, we observed the 8R trade. And it just means it's a matter of time, guys. It's just a matter of time. So, a big hint for why we needed to go higher today was the fact that we did not rebalance the price leg to the downside. And I'll show you guys what I mean. So we did not rebalance this leg lower, meaning, see, we did not come up to equilibrium. We came just short of it. So then the market's looking to rebalance to it. So something to consider for future. When you see a price leg and it's rebalanced just short of equilibrium, that's a sign that the drawn liquidity is back to equilibrium. I don't even care at this point, dude. So yeah, bias is clearly bullish. So yeah, from the rejection block to the fair value gap to the breaker to the high. This really does feel like it should be a GB partition. It really does. Like, you would think this would this should fit in GB. I would think, at least. Exactly. So I mean, it does fit in a GB, but it's like the fair value gap was not where it was supposed to be. So the rejection block wasn't where it's supposed to be. It almost feels like it should have been pulled down, like, very slightly. The breaker, I guess this was a bullish breaker. We're gonna need to, let me think. So the bullish breaker should form below equilibrium. So the breaker, I'm pretty sure the breaker formed where it was supposed to, but the fair value gap was right here, and the rejection block was even lower. Let's pull this up again, but let's get the breaker partition included. Just for a second. Yeah, so the breaker was where the breaker was supposed to be, which is kind of cool. Man, we got a lot of SMTs here. Could this be the start of a sell model? Maybe. because now we already swept out the high. Oh, where's the first presented for value gap? Let's get rid of all of our noise here. I actually just kind of want to look at the first presented for value gap, and then might take a trade off of it. First presented for value gap's right here. That's a good point. Like, we sweep liquidity into the high of the dealing range, right? I think that's what you're saying. So if I project out, because this is obviously the buy model, if I project this out, we've gone 4 to 5 projections. Oh, it's very interesting. So like if the low high didn't align with the, okay, that makes sense. So, alright, we're just watching. So we might form a low time frame buy model off of the first on the gap, but we're above all the true opens. So, I don't know. Dude, so I could have been up on the leap a lot, but instead I had to take stupid losses. A dodgy inversion has formed on the 2 minute. Bruh. This is not. This ain't it. This ain't not. This is not it, bro. The thing about it is my initial idea was right, because who was it that said, why are you, at the very beginning of the stream I was longing, and someone was like, why are you longing? Oh, Kalechi. Kalechi was like, bro, aren't we in premium? Yeah, so I just, once again, I kind of just have to learn to trust myself, because I think Kalechi, not, I love Kalechi. I was just, but I definitely think, like, I knew to long, and then Kalechi was like, aren't we in premium? And then I was like thinking that we might be in premium, but I should have been just sticking with my idea, because we're in a buy model. CUC charges 15K for that, especially fixed PO3 dealing ranges. What doesn't Zusi charge 15K for? I swear, Zusi, there's always something else that he's charging 15K for. That guy just loves charging 15K. It's his favorite thing. 15K. Okay, I kind of like this 30-second change in state to the downside. Whoopsie. Kind of like this, but the thing about this is obviously it's just accumulation, so I would be very, trying to think of the word, conservative. I think we'll come down to the first center for value gap, form a buy model, and then go higher. I'm waiting for the next 22-minute true open to kind of present itself. I think we'll get a buy model here. But exactly, it's why I have to get better at ignoring chat. It's a long-term process. I'm not going to be good at it even in the first year or two. It's going to take a long time to really just focus on learning to trust myself. And that's okay. I'm just trying. I'm getting better. So, accumulation. Reason I'm still bullish is because well, let's actually make sure that we're still bullish here. Because, well, we had previous... Well, could we be bearish? Could we? Is it possible? We do have those high time frame SMTs now. But... let me think. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because there's definitely an argument to be made that now we have reached the max extension of this, right? 4 to 5 projections. Yeah, you know what? Kind of feeling like that's the case, actually. But now I think these SMTs will eventually hold. Now we ended up getting a 5-minute CRT, actually. So I think we got the recency, the Magneto effect, where the recent SMTs... Well, actually, there's even more recent SMT. You're adding up, and I'm going to add up NQ to the... What do you mean? You're bullish? Are you bullish? I don't know what you mean. So, we barely tapped the first center gap. I think we got to go a little bit deeper into it. Then again, we got the true open. Okay, we manipulated the true open. Could we just go higher here? Maybe. Honestly, maybe. Let me think. You're looking along still? Yeah, this is looking like maybe we got a low time frame sweep, break a structure off the first center for value gap. We have the 22-minute true open that got manipulated. So, aren't we at a support level? Oh, you're asking FA. So I kind of see this as a gap for the 2022 model. We're getting displacement back up. So I think this could be a 2022 gap, and then maybe we expand up off of this. We do have this bullish SMT. Then again, guys, we have to be thoughtful because we might need to sweep this low one more time, and maybe this stays high resistant. I don't know. We are in a macro, so that's probably a retracement to go higher. Yeah, we are in the macro. So, reasonable to assume that this inversion might just deliver us higher, but then again, could it be more obvious? Sure, it could. It could always be more obvious. What is going on with YM? The heck? I will be continuing to trade on the leap. So, if we get something else on the leap, I will take it. We have a rejection block here. I like this as Phoenix on the 1 minute. If we come down, hit the rejection block. We might even get Dark Phoenix, actually. Now that I think about it, we'll probably get Dark Phoenix because we'll have a high time frame SMT and then also a low time frame SMT, meaning I want to see... Yeah, I want to see this rejection block get swept. I like this a lot. So if we sweep this rejection block, I see this as Dark Phoenix into the first presented gap. So I'm gonna take this as Dark Phoenix because once again, here's one SMT. So this is I think 22-minute SMT, and then we have another SMT here. Yeah, should be 22-minute SMT. Does that make sense? We have SMT. So, and then we have a rejection block with the first presented for value gap. So 1 minute rejection block. So this could very well be a nice soup. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Or so yeah, possible Dark Phoenix. So hopefully this makes sense, right? There will be stacked SMTs if this occurs, meaning the S&P will likely use this rejection block as Phoenix, and then the Nasdaq will likely be a soup, meaning this would be Dark Phoenix. That's basically what I'm anticipating. Is what I'm trying to say. Right? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. It might not, but that's okay. Let's get rid of the true opens for now, because I already know all they're all there. I can see them. I don't really want them here anymore. And I don't want this here either. Yeah, so hopefully this makes sense. We got a 1 minute rejection block on S&P. I kind of want to see this become Phoenix. And I want to see this one become Dark Phoenix. So we'll see if this plays out. It would be pretty sweet if it did. We might just go up here. It's possible. It's very, very possible. We did just hit this fair value gap, which was probably at equilibrium. But once again, I would prefer it to be a Dark Phoenix, right? Because I would have a lot of conviction in this. Can this just stay low, high resistant for just a little bit longer, and we come down, hit the rejection block? Come on. We might just go higher. Once again, when you look at this on the 30-second or the 15-second, it's obviously this is a possible 2022 gap. I think we hit equilibrium. Yeah. Oh, look at this. 15-second rejection block. Yeah. You know what? Now it makes sense. Yep. You see what I'm saying? We already had used the rejection block. Dang, bro. We already used it, look. So 15, we have a rejection block that formed right here. Do you see this rejection block? Do you see how that was the low? Okay, so I missed it. It was a 15-second buy model. Unless we do come down again, but we'll see. Yeah, look. 15-second rejection block. 15-second for value gap. Dang, bro, maybe we might need to look at gold buck again, because this is feeling the same exact thing as before. We go from the rejection block to the for value gap at equilibrium to now the breaker. So the breaker will be the highest one. So I would use this as the breaker. So 15-second breaker. So this is I don't even know. Obviously this one's second stage distribution. I don't know what this one is in this one, but I know when it goes off of the breaker, it's second stage distribution. Oh, maybe we use this breaker actually. It looks like we did. Dang it, man. Bright idea. So yeah, 15-second market maker buy model here. Let's see if this fit in the GB range. I was kind of expecting us to go to the rejection block. We did not. Let's pull us down to 81. Should be on 81, right? Okay, never mind. It's obviously not on an 81. It's obviously probably on a 243. Taking partial? Nice, bro. It feels like this should be in a dealing range, but you can't figure out what it would be. Maybe sometimes they just don't fit inside of dealing ranges. I don't know. Yeah, because this is not fitting very well at all. Or maybe we got to push this up one more. That's possible. Yeah, I don't think that is really what I'm looking for at all, really. So. And then 81 seems too small. 81 seems too small. Yeah, that's tiny. But yeah, obviously this was a market maker buy model. Hey, we do have S&T, but it's probably gonna be short lived. Who knows though? Who knows? But yeah, this is a Market maker buy model. I guess we are just drawing up higher on the higher time frame here. Yeah, London formed low of the day, created the Judas swing. So we only IOFED'd the first presented for value gap, but you still could have taken first strike off of it via let's say you went like this. It's surprise. I would think this is the type of buy model to fit perfectly inside of a dealing range. Don't you guys think? I'm surprised that it didn't fit perfectly in a dealing range, because this is the type of model I would expect to. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just a trader and learning. So yeah, we obviously use so we Phoenix the rejection block. I made a new name for when you use equilibrium of a 2022 model. I named it the what did I name it? I made a really sick name for it. There it is. The Halcyon Protocol. So this was a basically when you use equilibrium when you get a sniper equilibrium entry on a 2022 model, I made a new name for it. I'm calling it I'm naming it the Halcyon Protocol. But the reason is because it's like, Halcyon means like perfect balance, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. A piece of peace and prosperous. But it's just kind of representing like rebalancing to, I don't know, it just kind of sounds cool. So if you ever see a 2022 model and you want to snipe equilibrium, I just call that the Halcyon Protocol. So this would be a Halcyon Protocol right here. And the way I would take Halcyon Protocol is like this. Boom. Super tight stop. And then run it up. Looks like we could end up retracing, but I don't know. Oh, the thing I was gonna say. This was first strike because, well, we have first end for value gap, we IOFED it, we get a break of structure. Well, break of structure doesn't matter, but we get a change in state on the 15-second, which is the aligned time frame. Whoops. And then we could project out the order block. So we probably hit 4 projections. Actually, we need to measure it out like this. Yeah. Hey, we're getting moved lower. We got the high time frame bearish SMT, but will this matter is the question. Will it matter? I don't know. What do you guys think? Are we gonna get moved lower here? Like, I tried shorting before, I got wrecked. I don't know. Will I get wrecked again? Maybe. Market's being bullish, but then again, maybe this time we are pretty deep in premium and we got all these low resistance lows, so maybe we go lower to this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this very well possibly could just run all. This is very nicely generated. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we just got this inversion on the 3-minute and the 4-minute. Is that what went off? The 4-minute inversion? Okay, let's take this on the leap. Worth taking for sure. We got the obviously generated liquidity. So if this ended up playing out, we'd be cooking on the leap right now. We'd be cooking. So I'm a take this just to take it, you know. Because we do have the bearish SMT. You never know. Market maker, the buy model could be done. You don't think so? Were you saying you don't think the buy model is done? Oh my gosh, I accidentally deleted something. Hey, and this was a 369 candle too. When are one of these high time frame trades gonna work, dude? Okay. Wow. Fun. Okay. Hey, but the 5-minute didn't inverse, so I don't know. I think it's still possible we go lower. Oh, but the 30 seconds now inverse to the upside. Ew. Okay. I'm gonna get out. Because there's 30-second inversion to the upside. Off of the breaker. Yeah, we're probably gonna go higher now. So we tap consequent encroachment. Yeah, we're probably gonna go higher. I don't know what else to say. Yep. Yeah. You gotta go with the trend. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll make this right after the stream ends. I'll make the journals. Yeah, guys, sometimes these type of inversions, you just gotta just train yourself not to take, because they're not, like, if the market's bullish, it's a buy model, it's not going to respect this. Yeah. So you can see that's what's occurring. The market's just so bullish that the 5 minute, like, we are not, the market has no intentions of going lower yet. Now, yeah. It is looking extremely bullish. I guess we'll see. Let's look at the high time frame. We got to really actually, to get an idea of what it really wants. We kind of have to see this. Yeah, so you can see that we've been drawing up into this, which now that makes a lot of sense. I can't lie, that really does. And so you can see we're still not even there yet. So there's still range movement to go up. There's still what's it called? A reason to believe we could continue higher. Dude, imagine you held that breaker trade from the very beginning of the day. Wow, you'd probably be up like 10R at this point, right? You'd be up 10.9R. What doesn't work like what? In that level, there were just a lot of liquidations. Bro, this is exactly how it works. I've been using volume profile for a fat minute. How'd you do? Same as usual, probably, basically. Man, this 1 hour inverse the upside and it alerted it and everything. But yeah, FA. It's showing a volume. It within a given range. It's showing the volume within that range. So of course, where there's volume, there's transactions, and where there's transactions, there's people that entered the market, and where there's people that entered the market, there's, I mean, common sense. There's probabilistically going to be stop losses. So yeah, that is how volume profile works. Did I take a trade? Yeah, I took a trade pretty early in the morning, and it was a loss. So. Alright, might just go on a walk here. here. Guys, I still gotta journal my trades from the past week, so I think I'm just gonna end the stream early and use that time to journal the trades. So, yep. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. And, yeah. I'll talk to you guys more another time. Okay. Alright, I'll see you. Peace out.